This one right here. Check, check. And I don't see it. Oh, there it is. So this should be coming through. Let me make sure the volume on the TV is on. Nope, don't hear any sound yet. Let's see. Why is USB mic? Let's turn on audio capture. No. This one right here. Hey, there it is. Check, check. And I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so audio is coming through on YouTube. That's great. So now I am fully live and I've got everything I need. So I want to give you some thoughts about starting an AI marketing hands-off business. Okay. So what if you could create a business, and actually let me do this. Let me turn on my my webcam for the viewers on the YouTube. Let me turn on. Let's see if I can find it. Video capture. No, I don't see it there. Let's try this one. No, don't see it there. You know, I'm just doing this on the fly. I didn't set up this idea ahead of time, so bear with me for a second here. And if you want to follow me on YouTube, okay, let me create a new source. Actually, let me just change this one. Oh, you know, it's probably not going to work because I'm using that camera in my other program. Okay, so I won't worry about it. I need more cameras too. Okay, let me get a sip of coffee here. Okay, so there's a book called Steal Like an Artist. And I'm going to bring up that book. Here it is right here. Steal Like an Artist. And this is by what's his name? By Austin Kleon. Yeah, there he is right there. Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. So I steal like an artist all the time. Like, there's nothing new in the world, right? Everyone borrows ideas or gets inspired by other people. And I get inspired all the time. So let me show you a inspiration that I got the other day from a friend of mine. I'll go to my Facebook page here. And I'll share with you a post that I made. See if I can find it. It was only last week. It shouldn't be that far down. So you always have to be looking for new ways to market yourself and get yourself out there. And my internet's being really slow because I got so many things happening. Let me go to photos. That'd be easier. Here it is, right here. Okay. So let me bring this over into my screen. So you see this post here? So a friend of mine, he created a post like this. And he's going out to a lot of networking events, and he created a whole bunch of AI images. And I just loved this one, especially the caption. And it says, "Hey, lazy business owners who don't want to create content, come see me." So I grabbed his photo and then I gave it to AI and I said, "Put me in this photo." And I tweaked it a little bit. The badge in his was cut off, but I wanted the badge to be showing completely. So I told it to, create the badge so it would be visible on the screen. And I loved the wording, so I said, leave that alone. And, put my name on it, social media marketing, networking, Wayne Wallace. So it looks like I'm at a real networking event, right? But I never went to this networking event. So I just think it's a funny image. So I love it. So I stole like an artist, right? Anything that's on the internet is fair game. There's no copyright. Even my photos have been stolen. Okay? So anybody that's out there saying, "Oh, you're stealing," get over it, okay? Everybody steals like an artist, okay? Some people steal outright. Now that's just wrong, right? But if you're taking an idea and you're taking that idea and putting your own spin on it, then it's fair game. And plus, look at AI. They've trained AI models with all our stuff. They consumed everything on the internet and they trained their AI models. So they stole everything. Okay? They even fed it books and all that. So all the knowledge of the world has been fed into these AI LLMs to make them smart, right? So if you're sitting there thinking you got some proprietary information, then get over yourself. You don't. Okay? There's people out there that try and hold their stuff so protected that they're not successful because they're worried more about people stealing their videos or stealing their ideas, and they're not focusing on the big picture of creating new stuff, right? So Just let it go. You know, create. And if you have to steal some ideas, then steal some ideas. Ideas can't be copyrighted. Okay. If you really want to protect your stuff, don't get a trademark on it. Don't go to the copyright office with it. Okay. Put it in a vault that nobody's going to see it in. Just like Coca-Cola, right? Coca-Cola didn't trademark the recipe. They got it in a vault, and one person knows the combination. Nobody knows the secret formula for Coca-Cola because it's locked away in a vault. If you want to protect your idea, write it down on a piece of paper and stick it in a vault. But I guarantee you that idea has probably already been thought of by someone else and used on the internet or wherever before the internet, right? You think, oh, your idea is so cool. Like, I was creating communities back in the BBS days. And now everybody thinks, oh, community, it's a brand new idea. No, it's not a brand new idea. So I just want to run through a couple things that I'm doing, and I'm stealing like an artist. Okay? Doesn't mean I'm copying exactly what someone did. I mean, this pretty much is, but, you know, it came from AI. So, all right. So that's one thing. So let me close that. Let me also go over here and find, I'm not sure what window it is. Let me see here. Let me pull this over here and find it. No, it's not that one. Is it this one? Yeah, maybe it's this one. I got so many windows open. And I find new ideas all the time to borrow inspiration from. Let's see here. Yeah, I think it's that one there. Nope. Not that one. I try and keep things open so I can find them again. But I can probably find this guy real quick because Facebook is now showing me his stuff all the time. No, it's not that one. I'm scrolling through Facebook to try and find the ad. You know, some people say scrolling is a bad thing. But it's not, because you can find good information. Squirrel. Okay, I'm not finding it. Let me go here and let me copy that. Yeah, this is it. Let me see. Well, I'll just show you his page. I can't find his ad. So I wish I had saved his ad. I want people. Man, there's too many of them now. Okay, so anyway, it's going to take me forever to find out. Oh, no, here he is right here. This is him right here. Okay, so he's not my friend. I just ran across his ad. He was running an ad on Facebook. And it caught my eye. And I wish his ad was here on his page. But it's not. I think this is him. I'm not even sure. But anyway, I'll just tell you about it. So basically what he did was he held his phone up. He was in his car. And this ad was just like a non-produced, very kind of homemade looking ad, which it was. And that's what people want to see nowadays. They don't want to see a digital clone. They don't want to see a digital twin. They want something real, like I'm doing right now on Facebook. I can't do it on YouTube, so you're just looking at my black screen because my camera won't work. But you know the kind I mean. It's just a recording, a selfie recording of him in his car. And he started talking about how to create like a 6-figure income writing one email a day. And he has a book that he sells for $7 and it's discounted from $27. And then I'm sure he's got an upsell after that and maybe another upsell after that, because that's how you do it, right? So I didn't buy his book, but I clicked on his ad and I went to his landing page. And this is what his landing page says right here. It's and I pasted it into Claude and I said, what's this all about? Right? So this is his book right here. I mean, this is his landing page, sorry. So all of this down to here is his landing page. So I just simply copied the whole landing page and I pasted it into Claude and I prompted Claude. I said, what is this all about? Because I didn't want to read it, right? I'm lazy. I just wanted Claude to look at it. So basically here he's talking about how he built a mid 6-figure business by sending one email a day. And the book that he's selling probably was written with AI. Okay, maybe he wrote it manually. I don't know. And then he goes through his whole landing page here. So I think I saved the landing page. Let me see. Yes, I did. I didn't save the ad, but I saved the landing page. So this is his landing page here. Okay, and then this is him here. And he has a business called Copy Hour. He's a copywriter. He's a writer, right? So maybe he did write the book. I don't know. So shout out to him. So this is his landing page. All right. And I sell stuff online And this is a great landing page. So I saved it. Because when I do my landing page, my next landing page, maybe I'll borrow elements of his, right? So that's what you call stealing like an artist. So then what I did was I said, hey, Claude, help me to develop a system like Derek talks about. So I had Claude analyze it and kind of lay out a structure so I could create email-based business like Derek talks about. Now, I don't have his book, so I don't know exactly what he's saying, but I kind of get an idea of what he's saying just by what he's talking about. And certainly Claude can determine that as well. So basically here, it's about building a list, right? You got to build the list. You got to build a landing page and get people to sign up for your $7 book or your free book, whatever it is. But it's better to have a price on it because then you're narrowing down the audience. And if somebody's going to take out their credit card and buy a $7 book, then they're more likely to buy a $27 book. And they're more likely to buy a $100 course. And then they're more likely to buy some coaching from you. So that's kind of how you do it in the internet age. And if you want to build an internet business, then that's what you need to do, right? You need to offer something low cost and then have an upsell and then have another upsell and then maybe have a community to bring people together and then maybe offer some one-on-one coaching, right? So there's a method to this. There's a process, there's a system. So I decided I wanted to do this. So AI mapped out the process for me. The core idea is build a mid six-figure business by doing two things daily. Get one new buyer or subscriber on your email list. Send teaching or selling content. Why it matters to you. Minimal complexity. Owned audience. And see, Claude knows me, so it's looking what it already knows about me, and it's saying why this matters for me based on what I currently do. So minimal complexity, opposite of your current multi-project approach, right? Owned audience, email list versus algorithm dependent platforms. So if you haven't figured it out yet, these platforms like Facebook or TikTok or whatever, they don't necessarily bring you business. But what they do have is they do have an audience pool that you can dip into and find your audience. And as Derek says, because I went to his Facebook page and I listened to some of his videos, he's saying exactly the right thing. You need to carve out a little pie of your target audience out of the whole Facebook, right? You need to carve out one little slice of pie. And then that little slice of pie, you need to carve out an even smaller little slice that is like your audience, like your ICP, your ideal customer profile. And you need to speak directly to them. Okay. And that's what Derek's doing with his book. And that's what I'm going to do with my stuff. So scalable with one person. Okay, so my goal is to create as many money making little automated businesses as I can, because I use High Level. And when you have High Level, you can automate everything, all the way from the marketing to the purchase to the delivery. And then if you want to show up in person and do some live trainings or live coachings like I'm doing right now, then you can do that. But if you want to create a business that just like sells products, you don't even need to show up, right? So I'm going to come up with some products too and probably sell those, because that really doesn't require my time. Some of my stuff requires my time, some of it doesn't. So you need to decide, what type of business do you want to create? Well, I want to create little mini digital businesses that create monthly recurring revenue, otherwise known as MRR. And I'm always on the lookout to see what other people are doing, because I want to steal like an artist. And Derek had a great little thing that popped up in my feed. It immediately caught my attention because of the style that he was using. He was using the selfie video style as an ad. Now he's paying for an ad, so that means he's got his stuff together. He knows what he's doing, because you're not going to pay for an ad if you don't know what you're doing. So he's paying for an ad. He's driving people to his landing page. He's a copywriter, so his landing page is good, right? And then he's making an offer. Now, at some point, I may buy his $7 book just to see what else he does, right? But I haven't done that yet. But I wanted to bring his stuff into Claude and have it analyze it. So the book covers how he went from overcomplicating his business to 3xing income by simplifying. Smart. The product ladder, 5 product types, start with $20. Okay. The 1 email per day engine formula. Rolling launches, 1 product selling all year. Real math on how 100 to 500 buyers equals mid 6 figures. So he's laying out his whole plan in this book. And this is what Claude analyzed from it. $7 for the book. He's selling it cheap to turn you into a customer. Optional 27 add-on for AI prompts and templates. So he's got an upsell, right? And then, let's see here. Relevance to your stack. So this is where Claude looks at my stuff and says, oh yeah, this fits into your stuff. Okay. So I basically told Claude, I don't want to buy his book, but research what he's doing and form a plan for my high level work and reaching people that want to make money working from home to draw them in as an affiliate. So basically that's my plan, is I'm going to reach out to that small demographic that wants to learn how to make money from home. And in Derek's formula, what you do is you send out emails for like 7 to 21 days and you teach. You don't sell, you teach. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up a an email sequence in High Level to teach, and then I'll make an offer. So it asked me a bunch of questions. Okay. And I said, yes, I want to use Derek's email per day model. Okay. And then it asked me some questions about what I want to offer. And then I answered. Okay. And it asked me some more questions and asked me some more questions. And then eventually what it did is it gave me 3 different approaches. And then it said, my recommendation is start with approach 1, pure Derek. Great. That's what I wanted in the first place. And usually this is what AI does. AI will recommend 3 things, but it usually recommends the first one. I don't know why it does that, but it does. So I said, yeah, let's do number 1. Okay. So now it started laying out the funnel architecture. So it started laying out days 1 through 3, 4 through 10, 11 through 14, 15 through 21, the course purchase, and all of this may not be exactly right, but at least it's a good framework. It's a good start, right? So then it said, hey, do you want me to do section 2? Yeah, do section 2. So it laid out a whole kind of outline for section 2. And then section 3, it laid out a whole thing for section 3. Okay, each one of the emails, yada yada, the titles. And then it said, hey, after day 21, this is what you're going to offer. Okay, great. And then the course positioning. Okay, all that's great. And then section number 5, the GHL upsell. Okay, all that's great. And then section 6, the automation and workflow, how it all connects to GHL. Okay, even gave me the tags to use in my GHL. It laid out the whole thing for me. Okay. And this is also why I like using Claude Code, because it's just simple text. Like there's no fancy, formatting and downloading and all that stuff. I highly recommend Claude Code, even if you're not coding, because I can just copy and paste all this into a text file. And if you've been listening to me for any length of time, you know that I have a knowledge base that's based on text files. So what I can do is I can just copy all this text and then tell Claude to create a knowledge-based note in my note system, in my brain, right? And then I told it to write the spec. So this bot that I've got installed here that's doing all this thinking is my super, what's it called? My super, let me go back up here. My superpower brainstorming bot. So I have multiple bots installed on my Claude. And this one is my superpower brainstorming bot. So it brainstormed all this stuff for me, right? And then down here, it said, hey, I'm about to call the spec writer. So verify that this is what you want. So right here, it wrote the spec, and then the spec is written to this .md file right here on my hard drive. So I didn't even have to create a note because it wrote it to my hard drive for me. Okay. It gave me a review checklist. And then it said, hey, review the spec file before we move on to the implementation plan. So here's the full path for the file right here. So now I can open up this file, and then this is the file that it created. Okay. So this is the stage I'm at right now. So I have to go through this text file and make any tweaks or modifications that I want to make. Or what I could do I could just come back here to Claude and I could say, hey, Claude, I don't like, this, the way it's packaged or whatever, right? I could tell Claude to refine the idea. So this is currently the stage I'm at with this little project. Okay. And the cool thing is this session of Claude is now there, and I can come back to it at any time I want. I can come back to it a day later, a week later, a month later. It doesn't really matter. It's an idea that I flushed out in, like, I don't know, 15 minutes, maybe, right? From the moment I saw the video on Facebook and signed up or went to his landing page, copied the contents of his landing page, stuck it in Claude, answered all the prompts. 15 minutes later, I've got this full spec. So I'll probably sit on this for a little while. I'll dwell on it. I'll think about it. And I'll come back to it with a fresh set of eyes and a fresh set of ideas, maybe based on something else that I'm doing over here, right? And then I'll come back to this and I'll be like, you know what? I thought about it. Let's change this. Let's change that. And then it'll write a new spec. Okay. So this is what you call stealing like an artist, and using AI to help you flush out an idea, flush out a business model. This is an AI first business. This is a hands-off digital business. And maybe, like Derek says, it'll make mid six figures if I implement it correctly, right? And it would take minimal time and effort on my part. So right now, I have businesses that are very me dependent. I do photo and video. That's very me dependent, because I didn't build it as a company. I built it more as me as an artist out there doing the work. But I don't want to do that. I want to create revenue streams now. And that's why I got into High Level, because I wanted to create revenue streams. So I have a subscription. People can sign up for my version of High Level and I get a monthly payment. Now with that business, I also offer some of me, and that is my support. So I do support Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for my members, and they can come to my support classes and they can ask me questions, and I'll help them with whatever they need help with. But it's far less time that I spend on that than I would on going out to do photo shoots and video shoots and editing video and doing all that stuff, right? So the balance is far more in my favor, because I've created an MRR, a monthly recurring revenue, and technically I only do support 3 days a week for that business. Now I've created other little mini revenue streams. So like on Thursday, I do, let me show it on the screen so you can see it. So let's go over here to communities. This is my community inside of High Level. So this is my Rise community here. So Rise is my version of High Level. It's my white labeled version of High Level. And then here under events, you can see these weekly classes right here. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So Monday I do at 10 a.m., Wednesday, I do a 1 p.m. And Friday, I do at 3 p.m. And those are my live support calls. Then I also started a paid.
This is a reminder. Get on high level coaching.
Okay, so it's time to go into high level coaching. So I'm going to finish this up real quick. And then
get on high level coaching.
I'm going to continue this broadcast for you guys that are watching the stream. But I'm going to end it for my internal recording. So stick around. So on Thursday at 9 a.m., I do my paid program, which is building a website with AI. So this is a new program that I created. It's $47 for a one-time class, or you can get the monthly class for $147. So the monthly pass gets you all of the past recordings and the live classes. So that's a much better deal, right? Because you're getting everything for $147. And if you ask me nicely, I'll give you a discount code to take $47 off of that. So it's only $100. So if you'd like to get that code, then get in touch with me and I'll give you the code. Or it'll give you one free class if you do the weekly. But you can't use it twice. You can only use it once. So be smart. Use it on the right package. I don't think I have to tell you which package that is. Okay. So this is another MRR I created. A little stream of income inside my currently running MRR business. Okay. So instead of raising my prices on my Rise IQ, I created another little mini income stream right adjacent to my currently running MRR income stream. And I've got more to share with you. So let me go ahead and end my internal stream for my members. And that way the recording is just about AI stuff. And then we'll move into the high level coaching aspect. So let me find the right window here. There it is, right there. So thanks for watching, everyone, in the AI Content Creators Club. And if you're part of my high level coaching program, then you can come over and watch part 2 of this. So I'm going to end this here. And then I'm going to go here and I'm going to start my paid high level coaching and training program right here. So this one here that starts at 3 p.m. on Sunday the 26th, which it is. And I'm going to click on this and I'm going to start this internal live stream. Oh, no, not that one. I'm not in the right group. So see right here, I'm in the Rise community. I have to come over to my different community. I have to come over here to my high level coaching and training program community. And I have to go to my event calendar. And then I have to click on this one here. This one takes me right to the live room. So I'm going to click on that. Nope, that didn't work either. Why didn't that? Oh, I know why. Because that's the paid program. That's why. So let me show you how I have to do it. I have to come into the high level program. Now, this is a free community, and I offer a paid program within the free community. So instead of clicking on this to go to the live room, this goes to a payment page. So
This is a reminder. Drink tea.
that's my AI reminding me to drink tea. But I still have my coffee, so I'm drinking my coffee.
Drink tea.
Okay, she's going to say it again.
This is a reminder. Get on high-level paid training.
Oh, that's for the high-level paid training. Okay. I have reminders all day.
This is a reminder. Get on high-level paid training.
Thank you. I was about to do that. Okay. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go over here to the discussion area. And we're going to go over here into the private channel for high-level training. So what I do here is I go live right inside the room. So we're about to go live. And we're going to go live now. And I'm going to put my little image in here that I always put. Me at my desk, which, by the way, was created with AI. And I'm going to say GHL coaching and training. And then I'm going to copy and paste that to there. And then I'm going to go live. So now I'm going live inside my community, inside the room. Going to be recorded. There we are. We're live. Okay, welcome to the Go High Level Coaching and Training. It is Sunday, July 26th at 3 p.m. Pacific time, and you are in the right place. So what I'm going to show you today is how to, one way of creating leads. So I'm going to do a little demo of something I just created, and I'm going to share it with you here. So let me go ahead and get my screen positioned, and I'm going to put this right here. I got two screens, so I'm basically getting all my screen layout configured here, and I'm still live on Facebook. I got two cameras set up over here, so I'm live on Facebook as well. I'm live inside my community, and I'm also live on YouTube. So let me go check my live stream on YouTube and make sure it's still going good. Yep, on YouTube. It's still live. Now, technically, my title and my thumbnail is wrong. So let me go ahead and change that.